Oh, there he is. First one through. Redneck Atheist making his way on in the front door.
FBI, open up!
Gofio Master coming up behind him there. I also see
FBI, open up!
Full Velocity Gaming third through the door. I know there's somebody else there. Womble, I saw yours coming through as well. I think that's the 4 through the front door there.
FBI, open up!
There it is, bringing up the rear. Boom. Blowing it open, splintering everywhere. Front door's down, guys. Someone needs to send in the diversion through the side door. Is this music a little too epic right now? I don't know if the levels are a little too hot. No, it looks all right. Looks all right, at least from what I can tell on the old soundboard. What's going on, guys? We made it. It's Friday. The weekend is upon us. The music is very epic, though. I don't know if the levels are a little too blown out. But I guess we shall see. So tonight, we're going to be getting into a little bit more of the chill style game. As opposed to Wednesday's stream. You know, comparing this to Tarkov.
2 hours later.
Mountain Man, already? Two hours later, sir, we are 3 minutes into stream. You got to give me some time, Mountain Man. And Mountain Man, I'm sorry, bro. I was not going to be doing a first-person shooter tonight. No, we were talking about it on Wednesday's stream. Someone had brought up, they asked whatever happened to that village that I started building in ANNO. And I was like, I actually hadn't touched it since then.
FBI, open up!
There he is. Mountain Man B is going to be taking the side door there, giving that distraction. Going to make it very easy to bag and tag. So Wednesday's stream is not going to be the last time that I play Escape from Tarkov. And I know that probably sounds weird coming from me, but I feel like the game has been refined for public consumption. And I actually have a little bit of excitement to get back into the flow of Tarkov. I don't know. Those of you who play Tarkov regularly, do you notice the difference between the beta and the 1.0? Or is it just my sense of things? I feel like it's gotten a little bit more newbie friendly, intro friendly. Like it actually follows a more natural progression for people who just pick it up and start running with it. It's not like the beta where you picked it up and you just had to figure out what the hell was going on and you're completely lost and you're dying to everything out there. Athena War Queen. Hello, hello. Athena's made her way on in. And we got Koala there with her too. Hello, Koala. Welcome on in, guys. Yeah, it should be pretty chill tonight. I think the plan for tonight, we're gonna start just bare bones. And I have some plans for about the most aesthetic Roman city to build out there. Very symmetrical, very round. Should be able to distribute all of the resources that I need to all of my Roman citizens. I hope to give good governance. Hoping I don't burn the city down. We'll give it a try here. Mountain Man B is coming in saying that Arc is starting to fall off a little. Streamers are getting tired of the cheating and losing all their stuff. Arc took note and is perma-banning people instead of a 30-day sus. So I am not fully up on just exactly what the cheater situation is there. I think very rarely do I actually come in contact with cheaters. It's either that or I just chalk it up to me sucking and whoever killed me is better than me. Like there are some times where I'm like, I feel like that death does not make sense. Could be cheaters. I never know. But with the amount of time that streamers put into the game, the community overall, I think, that plays Arc Raiders should have a much better idea there of what's going on. Redneck Atheist saying that the music is almost too epic. Greco-Roman based game with full brass section does not compute. Okay, so yeah, that the timing is a little weird, right? But I'd say the composition of the music for Anno is pretty epic. I like it. It's cinematic. This belongs in a movie. Some of these graphics, man. I don't know if you can see the graphics behind me churning here. Very, very detailed. The graphics in Anno are very cinematic themselves. I think it goes well together. Lofty goals there, Athena. They are lofty. One of the bigger problems that you have when you start up these cities is the fire hazard. The fire hazard tends to like raise up really quick as you start building a bunch of stuff. You get all the starter buildings going, but you don't have any fire prevention yet. So, not surprising that perhaps a couple blazes might start up. That's going to be like the biggest threat immediately, straight off the bat. And then, of course, the next biggest threat there is going to be the economics of it all. If my economy goes completely haywire, I'm just going to burn through all my money, and Caesar's going to pull me. He's going to fire me. Lampro Peltis coming in over on YouTube. Good evening, Tango. Well, good evening to you, Mr. Holton. How are you? And Happy Donkey86 coming on in. You, sir, going in through the back door tonight there. Congratulations, sir. You're lucky tonight. Redneck Atheist says it's always hacks unless proven otherwise. I'd like to go that way. Yeah, I think that would be a good fallback. Whenever I die, I'm going to proclaim hacks. Go, Fio, check the dick sword. So yeah, what's the level about? Hold on. Legit 5 minutes of stream. What help? Twitch is saying that is not an hour and 23 minutes. What is Twitch saying? How long have I been streaming for, according to Twitch? I better not have been streaming for an hour and a half. 15 minutes now? Okay, that looks a little bit better. I think Gofio just has, Gofio might have a little bit of a bug there on his platform. 15 minutes sounds correct. Yeah, that's odd. I don't know why that would be. Unless that would be 1 minute, 23 seconds, and 49 milliseconds. Going full otter. What's going on, sir? Welcome to you. Going full otter. You, sir, have made your way on in through the garage. You're about yay close to getting those snacks, Otter. How you doing, man? Happy Friday to you. Redneck Atheist pointing out Twitch be smoking the ultra premium stuff. I don't know, man. You take a look at some of the Twitch board, and I would think so. I would expect Dan Clancy himself probably get some pretty good stuff. Hello, Otter. I don't know. Are you guys bummed that we're not doing any FPSs tonight? No Battlefield tonight. No Tarkov. Gray Zone Warfare, I hear, did put out a patch. They put out a patch. I haven't seen the patch notes yet. It's a small patch, right? Anybody got the skinny on that? Let me look that up here. Okay, yeah. My background's gonna go black as I pull this up here. It's probably gonna be on their Steam page, yeah? Let me go to Gray Zone Warfare Steam page. Hot fix 0.3.5.3. Is that what got put out? That was a couple days ago. Let's get our music back going here. Redneck Atheist says, love FPSs, but sometimes a chill stream is nice. That's going to be the idea of tonight. You guys understand that when we do hardcore FPSs, sometimes I tend to lose a little bit of the discussion. Because if I don't get locked in, I'll get a chat death. You guys know how that works out. So sometimes we'll switch it up here. And I think we had a little bit of fun here with Anno. This is a really good looking game, guys. And out of the Civilization City Manager Builder type games, I've been really impressed with Anno. I hadn't played any of the previous titles of it. This is the first Anno that I've played. So, yeah, I wasn't aware that this game actually stretches back to the late 90s, I think, if I'm not mistaken. There are a ton of titles of Anno going way, way back here. So this thing's been around forever.
What is up, Tango?
Yo, Mustang Lad!
Yes, I have my .026.
Okay, so Mustang Lad does have his coin, but Mustang Lad has made it to 8 months there, which qualifies him for the unit challenge coin. Which, oh my God, I have had problems with these challenge coins that I've sent out this week, guys. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's faulty envelopes or if someone in the post office chain is ripping me off here. Wingnut or Vivingnut. We got Wingnut coming in with that follow there over on Twitch. What's going on, Wingnut? How are you? Happy Friday to you, man. Yeah, so I told you guys that I sent out a bunch of coins last weekend, and I've had like 2 people come back and tell me that they received envelopes that were empty. So I don't know what's going on, man. I have a sense like maybe somebody in the chain of the post office is ripping me off here. And I don't know why, because they might think that it's a coin, but it's not like a gold coin or something. It's not even a silver coin. I'm not sure what they make it out of, actually. I don't know what the material is. But it's a nice brushed antique silver finish. They might think it might be silver, you know, might be worth more than they think it is. I think to you guys, it's worth more. To whoever's ripping me off at the post office, it's probably not worth that to them. They could take it to the bar and they might get some free drinks out of it. That's what I'm guessing. Ghostface Killer, what is going on? My warrior companion. Wrapping up a week. This has been a pretty good week here. Work's been pretty steady. A lot of responsibilities on these shoulders here, so it's been a pretty busy week at work, but nothing we can't handle. The streams this week have been really fun, and last stream before we head off into the weekend, so we're wrapping it up here. This is good. Womble says, when I take breaks from FPS, it's usually on a racing game. I have been looking out for some racing games. Now, I don't have any of the external racing tools here. My peripherals, I do not have those. So if you guys do racing simulators and you have some like really good recommendations for peripherals, please let me know. The whole steering wheel apparatus, gas brake, shifters, all that stuff. Anything good there? I would like to hear about, because I've got my eye on some racing games, but I don't want to do it mouse and keyboard or you know, Xbox controller or anything like that. I want some good stuff for it. I want to feel like I'm actually driving. I was looking at some F1 games. That's where my eyeballs were tending there. So recommendations for hardware, and then also recommendations for racing games as well. Last stream was Tarkov. Don't want to see streamer burnout. Tarkov can definitely burn you out quicker than most games I've seen there. Mountain Man B coming in with coin 038. We got some coin holders up in chat. Wingnut, doing well, sir. How are you? Had to follow with the awesome challenge coin. The challenge coin got you, did it? Yes, the challenge coin. That is the unit challenge coin, the commander's challenge coin. That's our logo, with that 3D relief on that antique silver finish on that skull. The beret is a maroon enamel with the flash of the 2nd Battalion and 325th Airborne Infantry Regiment on top of there. On the back side there, guys, you guys see our paratroopers logo with a little plate on this side here that has an individual serialized number specific to you that I keep track of over at TangoPapaDelta.com. And then I haven't mentioned this here, but you guys see a little bit of the scribbling there. Probably won't be able to get it close enough to where you're actually going to be able to read it. But it says, Inveniam viam aut facem, which means find a way or make one in Latin. Very, very hardcore saying there. And also very appropriate that we're going to be playing a Roman game tonight. Yeah, Athena coming in and saying they're hoping to take it to an antique roadshow. Well, good thing is we catch them on the antique roadshow. Like I said, they're serialized. I will know just exactly which ones they stole. Or if you guys turn around and sell them on eBay or something, I'll know. I'll know how it works. I can trace them back. Mustang Lad says, I just could not wait. I'm happy to get mine before the problem started. Just this last batch, I'm guessing it might be faulty envelopes. Because that's the only thing that I could think of. Nobody's told me like they're ripped open or something. I don't know if somebody's actually gotten in and tried to steal something. They just said that they got an empty envelope. And I know for a fact, I sealed all those MFers. But, yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. So, Mountain Man saying, it depends on how much you want to spend. Force feedback is freaking amazing. Sergeant 0311, look at this guy. Sergeant 0311 coming in with that resub for 10 months. Now, Big Sarge there, he got his coin a while back. He got qualified and above and beyond. Thank you, Sergeant 0311, for hanging out and supporting the channel there, brother. You getting to be part of the old guard there. Look at that. Okay, so force feedback. That's what we want, force feedback. You got it for racing and for flight sim. Now, for if you switch over from racing to flight sim, do you use a different yoke? I guess I'll call it a yoke. Yoke / steering wheel. Or is it just the same? Is it the same thing? Womble says, I don't have the room for a race sim, so I'm just stuck on controller for now. Does it still work out pretty well? Hey, Timothy McGee coming in on the YouTube side. He's been a member for 9 months in a row there with the door kickers. Timothy McGee, hey, welcome back, sir. Good to see ya. It's been a week there, Ghostface. So, you don't have to get into the details. I do know, man, things are just going crazy. This past week has been kind of nuts. So happy to move on. Let's enjoy the weekend here. Gofio says Assetto Corsa for the racing sim. Okay, here's where I use my pen and my little handy scratch paper that I have sitting here. We're looking at Assetto. Did I miss it? No, we're Assetto Corsa. That sounds very Italian. Assetto Corsa. Okay. So is Assetto Corsa the game? You say it's a racing sim. Mustang Lad has a Thrustmaster T300 with a TH8A shifter. Good setup there. All right, let's write that down. Thrustmaster. First of all, that doesn't sound like a game peripheral. Unless you're playing those naughty games that they have on Steam. With a TH8A shifter. TH8A shifter. You guys are going to give me some homework. I'm going to have to research these following this stream. Ghostface Killer, let us try Essayons, my friend. Essayons. Which is French, by the way. The Engineer Corps decided to steal their names from the French, where most everybody else in the military is using Latin. I think there's good reason for that, though. It stems back to the colonial army, and I think maybe back to Lafayette. I'm trying to remember who was like the father of the Engineer Corps there. I think it was some French dude with the colonial army. May have been Lafayette himself. Mountain Man B, your coin made it just fine. Hell yes. because I think it was just this last batch. Whatever batch of envelopes that the post office got this time, I guess maybe the adhesive was weak or something. I can only imagine those coins are flopping around on some post office worker's truck, maybe. Maybe they'll find it and return it to us. Maybe they'll find it. They'll have to be like, hey, who is this Tango Papa Delta guy? And maybe they'll stop by stream and let us know what's happening. Mountain Man B, you're using a different setup depending on what you go with there, whether it's going to be racing or the flight sim. Because I can see putting on a different yoke or stick or whatever it's going to be for the flight would be a little bit better. Redneck Atheist says Gorilla Tape time. That will cure any mishaps. That's what I have in mind. So I should be heading out tomorrow morning to send out more coins, guys. If I owe you one, be on the lookout for that. Yeah, if you're coming in at your 8 months there, make sure you shoot me a message over on Discord so I know I can get your...
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
I'm thinking I'm back. Willie T23. Yo, Willie, were you one of the ones that had an empty envelope there with your coin? So I got more coins to send out this weekend. Willie's one of those who... Okay, so you got an empty envelope? Is that what happened? Did it look to be torn, or did it look like the flap was just completely open? John Wick for the win all the way, Athena. Mustang Lad says, no, that is the Thrustmaster A10 Warthog stick and throttle that I use for the flight sim. Thrustmaster A10. Is Thrustmaster the brand that makes a lot of these for like racing and flying sims? Ghostface Killa says, my wife says I'm a Thrustmaster. But yeah. There you go, Ghostface. Sergeant 0311 is using the VKB. Oh, I'm getting a lot of good names here. I'm going to have to research. VKB. Mountain Man B says, of course, there is iRacing, which has a lot of different cars, trucks, F1, you name it. Ooh, iRacing. All right. But yeah, so the Gorilla Tape. We're going to be going to the post office with some hardcore tape next time to make sure that we keep that sucker down. Because I think it's one of those two things. They're either stealing it, so they're ripping open the envelope, or the envelope is just hanging open. Charlie, you were another one that had no coin in your envelope? So Charlie and Willie, I need to know, what was the state of your envelope? Was it just opened or was it ripped? No friggin' way. Yeah, dude, you weren't the only one. I got 2 people saying that they had an empty envelope arrive, and then I had one other person telling me that they haven't received it yet, and I'm thinking it might just be gone. I'm gonna have to file a complaint with my post office here, man. Mustang Lad saying that it's more like I spend. Ooh. So iRacing, is that gonna be some of the top tier stuff? Willie T23 says that the wife is the one that grabbed it, and she handed it to me saying, is there something supposed to be in here? So I grabbed it to open, and it had nothing in it. Checked everything, including the mailbox, and nothing. Yeah, I'll bet you it was well before then, man. It was ripped on the corner and the end. So the way that the envelope works, it should be the entire side of it is folded over and adhesived down. So you're telling me that it was ripped? If it was ripped, that's very concerning. These sons of bitches, man. These things, I don't know what... You can't buy anything with this. Might have to try to find something maybe a little bit more robust to send them out, and then somebody thinking that they could, I don't know, make a buck off of it. Ghostface Killer says that the origins and history of the U.S. Army Engineer School is going to be a read, but I have a copy. I'm curious on where the very beginning is to the motto. Do you remember? Yeah, the whole Essayons thing? It's been a while. It's been a while since I was at engineer school. I don't remember Ghostface. Charlie, talk to the mailman about it. Hey, we'll get you one eventually, man. If I have to keep sending them every friggin' week, I will get them out there to you guys. Don't worry about that. But you guys just got to let me know if there's been any problems with it. So thank you so much for reaching out over on Discord and letting me know that we have some issues. I'm going to take care of that. And as I'm doing this, you guys hear the music die down. I'm going to go ahead and throw that link up into the Discord here for y'all. In case you guys aren't a part of it yet, you guys should hit that link over in chat. Go join up at the Discord. Has zero value except to the viewers. That's what I'm thinking, man. So yeah, that's a little concerning. But I will make it right, you guys. I will make it right. You guys just keep in contact with me over on Discord. And we will set you right. I got a few of these coins left before I have to do a complete reorder here. So I think we're about halfway through them right now. Yeah, we've sent out somewhere about 50, I think, out of the first 100 batch that we got. So we'll be there. Shoguns 007, where do I claim for the coin? Well, first of all, you have to be a member of the stream. So that means subscribing over on Twitch. Become a subscriber. And then time in service. It's going to be 8 months of service to qualify for the coin. I give it to my veterans, man. My veterans of the unit get the coin. But that being said, they are for sale over at TangoPapaDelta.com. If you just can't wait and you must simply have one immediately, head on over to TangoPapaDelta.com and find yourself the unit challenge coin. You can buy them. But trust me, man, it's so much more worth it to earn it. It feels better. Ghostface Killer coming in. He's got 036. You guys know my coin. I've got 082 myself. I got 069 going out to someone special this weekend. Hopefully he's going to be keeping an eye on his mailbox. And I swear to God, if the mailman loses my 069 coin, I'm going to be so pissed. Okay, so Charlie1733 is saying he said he noticed it was ripped and light, but he didn't know anything was missing. My God. All right. That's very concerning, guys. I'm going to have to tape it up. I'm going to tape up like every single edge on that thing. I'm going to take some packing tape, and the entire thing is going to be friggin' sealed shut. Yep, that's it. New security protocol, that's what I'm doing from here on out. Mustang Lad said, like what I did, I just bought it so I could get it to support you on the sub and the extra one buying the coin. Hey, there we go. Yes, I will most definitely not begrudge you guys going to the website and buying it directly there. You guys will be enshrined in the unit just like everybody else. I get you guys on the list. All right, guys, I think we are about ready here. Last thing on the, actually, no, got a couple things on the agenda before we do this. That is going to be the call to action. Coming in from Redneck Atheist, as usual. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, share, and add notifications. So, had a shower thought. Trees live underground. What we see every day is just the solar collector and the gas exchanger. Dude, that is something of a shower thought there. That's the kind of shower thought that you get after a pretty good long night of drinking, I think. You start thinking about maybe some Ark Raiders type stuff. Some futuristic survival. Light collector, oxygen exchanger. We're out in outer space today, man. Redneck Atheist, make everybody give their EDC knife a workout? Yes, sir. At least along the edge. You should be able to, like, cross-cut the front of the bag there, open it up just nicely. Ghostface Killer says, fresh start today or returning to previous village. We are fresh starting today. I have a plan in mind, guys. Pretty sure you said that you had a little bit of a trade craft giving you a head start on the new one. So there is something to that, and I will point that out once we get started here. Blue Knight, 755, coming in with that follow over there on Twitch. Blue Knight, welcome to ya. And happy Friday, my friend. So yes, we do have a plan for tonight. We will be starting from scratch. I have a plan ready to go for like just the most peak maxed out aesthetic for a town. It's gonna be chef's kiss, guys. So I'm hoping I can get it all together here. The plans for these things are a little hard to follow. You know, you're not gonna have everything straight off the bat, so it's not like you can set things up. You gotta go through in planning mode and kind of map things out. So that's gonna be first on the agenda. But some of the things that they give you, that you have to know how to enable, you get a little bit of concrete straight off the bat. So I'm gonna be able to get some hard roads. And that's gonna be nice. Starting out with some hard roads going around my city. Lampro, it's gonna be a wagon wheel style, yeah. And you may have seen some of the wagon wheel plans out there. This one is a little bit more like rounded aesthetic. It's not quite wagon spokey. But yeah, you guys will see how it comes together. The wagon wheel, I think, is probably one of the better ones for the distribution of your resources. Like your entire town is gonna be serviced the most efficiently. So that's what I'm gonna try to do here. We're gonna go that way. Willie T23 might buy one for the wife, so we both have one to support you. Hey, brother, I would appreciate that, man. And if you do, make sure you put whatever name that she wants to have emblazoned on the website then with the order. Yeah, because all those coins, I put them up on the roll call, guys. I got to have a name for each one. Sergeant 0311 Deep, where's my boots? Get those boots on, sir. Gofio says, have you considered playing Total War Rome 2? It's been a while since I played Total War Rome. It has been a while. So you guys know this game does not really focus quite so much on the combat, although there is plenty of combat to be had. I think you can mostly avoid combat if you want to play the economic side of the game, the city building side of it. Yeah, you might get into a few skirmishes out there as you're like, you know, transporting goods and all that around the world. You might run into pirates and such, but all-out war, not unless you want to go out there and be bellicose. I don't think you have to. Blue Knight, salute right back to you, my friend. Ghostface Killer says, when the hell do I make E5 again? Having a hard time with your demotion. Did you get demoted over on YouTube? Because I think I've got headspace up above. You guys should be progressing through the badges. Although for some of us, we're probably coming up towards the end there. I'm gonna have to make some new badges and emoticons. Because some guys like Sergeant 0311 been around for 10 months there, man. He's getting up there. He's getting up there in the rank structure. All right. The last thing on the agenda. I told you guys I had a couple things. This was the last thing. Tonight, for my hydration, we are rocking San Pellegrino again. Yes, we are going fancy with the San Pellegrino. This is Italian sparkling drinks. This one is the Aranciata, my orange. We got a little bit of orange juice in here. The sparkling orange beverage. Let's crack it open, guys. Ghostface Killer pointed out you had a couple enemy ships close on the last map. Yeah, that's one of those situations where I'm probably going to get into a bit of a fight at some point. They came and scouted me out. I would have had no choice. I had to build some military ships then to make sure I could defend myself. So it's not always going to be one or the other. You do have to put some time into well-rounding your game. You got to be ready for some military stuff here. Okay, so right quick, guys, I did pull up the change log for Gray Zone Warfare. And let's see here. Some fixes here. We got various crash fixes, back-end optimizations. Yeah. Some issue fixes here with the AI PMC guards in the base camp sinking into the lookout platform. Okay, so they had some really weird bugs there. That should be fixed. A rare issue where gear and apparel might disappear from the character after multiple failed connection attempts. Now, a lot of these I haven't run into myself here. That one sounds particularly naughty here, because if you're losing gear and apparel, that's stuff that's just disappearing out of your stash. Let's see here. There was another fix here. The in-game friend list didn't show Steam friends correctly, which I don't think I have any of you guys coming through as friends on Steam. We do direct ads here. You guys can shoot me a message, a friend request directly in game, and I will add you guys up. We can run Gray Zone Warfare together. Another issue where Steam friends were not imported correctly under specific circumstances. An issue where the game logo overlapped the game mode selection on specific non-standard resolutions. Okay, so I think I play at something of a standard resolution, although it might be ultra wide and you guys can't see the extent to which my monitor is displaying the game. That must still be standard, so I don't run into that issue either. And then another issue, switching to FSR and back to other upscaling methods might result in performance degradation. I might have done that to myself a couple times. Yeah, okay, so we got some fixes in there. Good, some balancing changes. So some hits that cause broken bones now always cause a medium wound, at least a medium wound. So if you guys haven't noticed, playing Gray Zone Warfare, you're going to be bleeding out quite a bit more. I did notice that on the last time they changed up things. It seems like that's going to be a little bit more. If you get broken bones here, you're going to be bleeding quite a bit. All right, let me get Steam all closed out here, and let's jump into the game. My music dies out too. I don't like that about this, because I got to Alt-Tab out of ANNO.
2 hours later.
There it is, going full otter, keeping me on track here. We're about 40 minutes into stream here. I think that's enough of the just chatting portion of this. Redneck Atheist says, call in a carrier group. I think they're all out at sea, dude. Yeah, I don't have a carrier group here. Viva la trash pandas! Those tactical trash pandas. Willie T23 says, I just beat Gray Zone last night and got that long task that you can't die in Tiger Bay, Midnight, or Fort Nerith. So beat the game and got over $1 million in cash. Hey, brother, how did you go? How many times did it take you to do that? My first time, it took me quite a few. JJ Daniel coming in over on the YouTube vertical. What's going on, JJ? How are you? Happy Friday. Yeah, last time was a lot easier. The first time, it took me several tries. And it's always heartbreaking where you get really close to the end and you die and you have to do the whole thing over again. Real crazy. Lampro saying that you definitely need way more meds now. Yeah. So I usually go in pretty well stacked to play medic now. Yeah, Womble, I think Womble showed me the way. Womble had a really good loadout where he was keeping the EMT in his chest rig, so he had a lot of meds on him. That's the way that I roll. It is going to be a lot of meds. But I feel like I'm ready. I'm ready for these changes. Going full otter, still haven't gotten to that part yet. Definitely take a squad with you. Yeah, so not only do you want the squad, because initially before they made all these changes, having a squad mate there to bring some extra food, extra water, and then extra medicals for sure. You could use like extra ammo, but like the other two there are going to keep you going, where you could potentially die out there, and that would reset everything. So medicals first and foremost. You want a ton of medicals out there, and if you have someone who could help you out by applying medicals to you, all the better. And then a little extra food and water as well. But now that you can go out and the squad task is all shared, as long as you're squatted up with someone, if you guys go in and do these tasks, Their kills count towards your kill count. So you'll make a lot quicker work of that final task in Gray Zone Warfare doing that. Willie T23 says, I was doing it solo until the end. Don't recommend. Solo is rough. Solo's very rough, man. You can steamroll it with a squad. Yeah, with the right squad, make quick work of it. Sergeant 0311 says, going slow helps a lot in solo. Slow, methodical. These shooter looter extractors, that's actually the name of the game. That's how you do it. Gray Zone Warfare is a big one where you got to be methodical, and I think we talked about this last time. Tarkov, kind of the same way. You got to be... Methodicalness will help you out there. Gofio, we were talking about Gray Zone Warfare. Some of the fixes that they did, some of the changes that they've done, and the final task.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
All right, well, we're not going to be going dark in here. I'm not going to have any night vision in ANNO Pax Romana. So let's go. We're going new game here, guys. Who's that?
Let me see your war face. Ah! Bullshit! You didn't convince me. Let me see your real war face. Ah! You don't scare me. Work on it.
There he is, Kyle the Rabbit coming in. Let's see. Where did you breach? You, sir, have breached your way in through my pantry and now have access to all of the snacks there. Help yourself, my friends. We got some good stuff. All right, game mode. We're not going to do the campaign. I don't need to do like all the extra stuff. I feel confident enough that I can do the endless mode here, and we'll just build. We'll build to our heart's desire. All right, we generally go with the old dude here with a rather Roman-looking bird. Can I change? I want to change the color. Let's go Imperial Red. That's the way I like to do it. August Augustus. Very, very Augusty type name there. Snack time, Kyle. Wait, what snacks do I get for the Warface? Mary, you don't get snacks for the Warface. You get snacks for breaching. You gotta be at the right time though. An attack rabbit. We do have attack rabbits here, yeah. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Did I miss it? Is it not there for me to choose? Or are you talking about Kyle the rabbit? I thought maybe I had a rabbit that I could choose here. Okay, so Roman Eagle, Augustus sounds good to me. Very Caesar-y. Okay, we go normal. Yes, this is all good. Okay. That's looking all right. My fellow governors are over here. I got 3 of them out there. And then we are going to be in Latium. So you get to choose here. You can go to Latium, which is going to be like Roman territory. Or you could go to what is essentially the British Isles. Also Roman territory technically, but way out there with the Britons. I'm gonna stay on the European continent here. We're going to Latium, guys. Kyle the Rabbit says, I either get the back door or the snacks. Those are the best ones, and you got to time it just right. Gofield Master, Augustus. Bro was born in July for sure. Because he is not going to be born in August. That would be just too much. Much too much. Hey, Kyle the Rabbit's going to be willing to share those candy bars there. Favorite candy bar, go. Mine, I don't know if I can choose. I'm actually, and this might be kind of lame, I'm a big fan of, I think it's gonna be the Three Musketeers. It's just, it's smooth nougat. Smooth nougat, a little bit of caramel along the top, and then chocolate. It's not fancy. It's very simple, very tasty. Those mangy British druids, they do look pretty mangy. I have been playing a little bit on the Albion side, and yeah, it's a very different experience.
Latium was once Empire's beating heart, a beacon
of course, they named the month after him. I think so.
The arrogance
do Reese's Cups count?
Then
I'll allow it.
Gave voice to the gods' anger.
Basically, anything that Reese's makes is so tasty. Ghostface says Snickers or peanut butter cups. Those are very top tier, man. Both of those are amazing.
We mortals are fickle.
Those are S tier, man.
The question remains.
But I think so. If you go Reese's peanut butter cups, Reese's does make, I think it's the fast break, which is basically a peanut butter cup in candy bar form. So I would go Reese's fast break. That's kind of my style.
Timber is vital to the continued growth of our city.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here, let me pause, because I don't want to go like crazy off with the economics yet. I need to take a look for a good area that's going to be nice and wide open, because we're going to go pretty big here. Yeah, I mean, about the best spot that I can do it. Looks like it's probably going to be over here. For the city section. I don't like the slope. The slope is kind of freaking me out here, but over on this side, we have a lot of, I suppose I could put it over here. It would clear out a lot of the timber. It's going to keep me nice and close to the coastline, and then quick shots out here to these river posts. So maybe I start planning it out over here. Yeah, that one might be good. Gofio Master. Gofio Master needs a recommendation for any military series or film that is worth watching. You came to the right place, man. Everybody's going to have an opinion on that, I think. I think it depends on what era you're interested in, because they're all going to be different based on, like, you know, is it going to be ancient military series, like, hey, maybe some Roman stuff, World War II, any of the modern wars, that kind of thing. Ghostface says that's it at the fork of the river. Yeah, I think there's some pretty, I need some, oh my God. I need some wide open area. I'm thinking right over here. This fork in the river here, it has a lot of places right next to each other for the river slots. I think that looks pretty good. Redneck Atheist says frozen Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh, freezing them. That's another level. That definitely takes it to another level there. Okay, so I think most importantly here, to start out, I need to get set up with what is effectively going to be the villa area. And since I don't have the villa area opened, let's see, how do I change to the planning mode? Is it V? I think it might be. Okay, so if I go with the road, we're going to plan a residence. Okay, so I go planning mode. I think it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, crap. Screwed it up already. So yeah, you do that. And then you go another road in between, and then get another row of housing. Separated by one more. And then which way do I want to go there? Maybe put it on this side just so I'm not taking trees out already. Okay, so that is roughly the size of your villa there. And I'm going to have roads around it. Okay, luckily this game makes it a lot easier to, if you put something down and you need to move it around, like it doesn't really penalize you for having to make changes there. Redneck Atheist saying Band of Brothers, Saving Private Ryan, We Were Soldiers, Black Hawk Down, and Jarhead for the lulz. Very, very solid list there. I think that would be the list that I would go with. Band of Brothers, I would put up at the top of the list. You gotta watch Band of Brothers. Number 1, for sure. After that, goodness, I would think Black Hawk Down's a very serious one, but I've heard people say that Black Hawk Down was like the most faithfully done to like action on the ground and what, you know, to realism. Generation Kill there as well. If you're looking for a good series, kind of Jarhead style, Generation Kill was another very good one. Okay, so from here, we're going to go diagonal. So I'm going to get my roads, and I need to go out diagonally as far as I can. Or at least a good amount, so I know where I'm placing things down. Just as long as it's straight. I need it to be not off to the side there. Like that. That's not good. This needs to be straight out. This is going to be the start of the spoking. Because we talked wagon wheel. So it is going to be very similar to wagon wheel, yes. But a little bit more aesthetic of a wagon wheel than maybe you've seen. The mayor likes Full Metal Jacket a lot. I think Full Metal Jacket is like 2 separate movies squished into one. First season of Tour of Duty, Platoon Leader, and Hamburger Hill. So Tour of Duty and Platoon Leader, I don't think I've seen those. Hamburger Hill, of course, that's a classic. All right, spoke this guy out. Is that straight right there? That looks straight right there. Okay. So I've got that. Let's see what's next here. I'm going to want to put... I think I fill up the rows here with housing. So 1, 2, 3. It's going to be 4. I don't think I can fit 4 in there. So let's move these 3 over. Yeah, there we go. And get them centered up. Okay, and then another row. Let me get another 3 there, but I think I can fit 4 in on the sides for this. And then maybe 4. I think 4 is probably about close to that. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking these might be turned. Let's see, change the orientation with period. Let's demolish those for now. So I got to be able to fit this in just right here. If I start from this side here. Ooh, where is that going to go? Okay, look at my plan here closely. So it is going to go towards the outer edge of this. Let me see if I stick it here, if that's going to work. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, and then the same thing here. That looks about right. Okay, so then the way that this allows me to work, the spacing here is not going to necessarily be housing, right? I can switch all this stuff out, put whatever I want in there, but that's going to be about the size that I'm going to want to go with. Okay, so for the next one then, I can probably get about 4, I think, straight across here. That's definitely not centered. Maybe 5 then? You guys can see that this plan is going swimmingly already. Yeah, let's hook 5 there. We'll take these off the end first. So I've got the 3. I need to get my second row out before I start putting in some more. So here I might be able to do 5. And then swing the road around. Tour of Duty was a great show, says Sergeant 0311. What was it on? Oh, was that with Arlie Ermy? Yeah, let's put a block of 4 over here. Okay, then we'll see how many rows that we're gonna do. And then the concept here is I'm gonna take a copy of this and just copy it going around the pie here. OCD nightmare, I already like the layout. So this is much better than the previous, yeah. This, when you say OCD, this is where it tickles my OCD-ness. Actually, you know what I might want to do is start out on the smaller side here, because I think these are going to condense. As I have to piece these together, and you can see that the angles on here are they're not perfect going all the way around. So we've got a wider front end here. The front end and the back end versus the sides. So this might make a little bit more sense to try to pack it in this way first. And then copy from this side. Yeah, because this is not going to fit in perfectly that way. So get a couple more going out here. How many can I possibly ooh, I can fit another one straight in there. Yeah, that's good. And then this could get 2 right there. Look at that. Yeah, that's gonna look good there. Okay. And then straight across. Boom. Okay. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna have to delete that stuff there on that side. Digging it. Normally watching people attempt to similar things drive me crazy. So you and I, we got some OCD, man, and I have to make this look good. That's why when I came across these plans, I was like, this is perfect. This just feels so good to get going in this game. And once we start applying actual buildings to these, everything comes together really nicely. Yeah, you guys didn't mention any Generation Kill. Did you guys not see Generation Kill? Fury and Inglourious Bastards. Both of those very good. I would say as far as military movie goes, maybe Fury over Inglourious Bastards, but I'm a fan of both. Fury was just, Fury was good. Okay, so we're getting into a really large section here. Let me see. How do I want to handle that? Maybe get a couple more roads going straight out. That could be a possibility. Might not necessarily have to. But I could put some interior spokes coming out here. Gonna have to extend the road out a little bit. Sergeant 0311, see Generation Kill. I imagine you probably did. So I've read both books for Generation Kill too. I read One Bullet Away, which was Lieutenant Fick's book, and then Generation Kill from the perspective of the enlisted guys. So it was very interesting seeing the same story The exact same story written from both angles. Ghostface Killa says some sand tables still stick with me. The sand tables, man. This is kind of what it feels like playing around with the sand tables. Okay, how about that? So a couple rows there. They all should be 2 rows. They all have access to the roads. I just gotta figure out what I want to do in these corners. These corners can be a little funky. Yeah, that I'm not too sure about. Let me see. If I get a block of 4 there, because that's going to change up how the road goes. How am I going to want to do that? Mr. Zero Average coming in with that resub for 5 months there. Yo, Mr. Zero Average. My man there is about 3 months away from getting coined up there. Boom. 3 months there, and you are on the list there, my friend. Saitama Kano coming in over on Kick. The road, top left. Please fix it. It's got me bugging out. Top left. This one here. I'm going to take all these guys out. Yeah, because this isn't going to match up. In fact, if it makes you feel better, let me go ahead and start to work on that right now. Yeah, all these guys can go away for the time being. All these planned buildings, it's going to be a little different. Effectively, the plan that I'm doing on the small side is going to get copied over here, and then the roads should actually be coming together to form like larger two-lane highways coming out of there.
Allow you to go to Sapper Leadership course as well. I know you went to Rangers course.
Timothy. So, yeah, the issue there, back in my day, it was what's the word for it? It was rank locked. It was rank locked, and I don't believe they let you in after first lieutenant. Yeah, it was locked out for captains. And by the time I was eligible, by the time I came back to like an engineer unit over here, I was a captain. And the 82nd didn't care quite as much about Sapper leader courses they did Ranger. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not so sure about what to do with this little space here, because I feel like that's gonna change up the angle of my road a bit. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think it's just plop another one right here. Keep it at that angle and see what the road does. Still looking good. That's still looking good there. Mr. Zero Average says 82nd cares more about Jumpmaster than literally any other school. You said it there, man. That is, Jumpmaster's going to be at your tippy top. All right, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. I can probably do another row here, but that's going to get kind of long. Let's see. So if I do another row here, let's get our basic. Whoa, don't screw that up. Move you over. Okay, and then in from the side. Then, oh, did I fix that road, by the way? That was bothering you, Mr. Zero Average. Should I stay enlisted or commission and betray my enlisted brethren? Life's pretty good on the officer side, man. I think it might set you up pretty well for, you know, going on down the road there. That would be my recommendation, but that is coming from a dirty officer myself. So, completely biased. Ghostface there, and there we go. All right, so let's see here. This can extend out. This is probably actually going to be facing this direction here. Okay. And then the next group will get me there. Yeah. Wait, nope. Don't want to go that way. Want to add a couple more there. And then this should do it for what the sides are going to look like. Looking good now there, Saitama? Hell yeah. The Darby Queen is a cruel mistress. Yeah. Smoke the ever-living dog crap out of you on those. Mr. Zero Average, I convinced my wife to commission, and I did her first salute in 2024, so it would be big money move for us. There you go. Oh, both going commission, yeah? That'd be good for you guys. Did she give you your silver coin? Especially with that OE pay. That is a little bit higher, isn't it?
Your day, lol. If I wasn't disqualified for having bilateral club feet, I would have been in 1998. Wished I could have served.
98, man. Can you imagine? The Army was definitely a little different in 98. Hey, here we go. Look at this. We got Anonymous coming in with the 5 gifted subs there. Look at that Womble himself picking one up. Beautiful. Hey, we got a bunch of new guys coming in here too, getting picked up here with the 5 gifted subs. Mr. Anonymous, thank you so much for coming in and supporting the channel. I wish you guys would let yourself be known here. Got your silver dollar? Hell yeah, man. Gotta hold on to it. That's a special memento there. Okay, this thing is looking good right there. And as soon as it rolls through here, I'll let it play through. I'll let it play through. Unless, no, there it goes. Okay, so Mr. Anonymous coming in with another 5 gifted subs there. Thank you so much, Anonymous. I wish I could shout out somebody's name when that happens. I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for the support to the channel there. That is 5 back to back. You guys are getting hooked up there.
Let me see your war face. Ah! Bullshit! You didn't convince me. Let me see your real war face. Ah! You don't scare me. Work on it.
All right. Aloha, Mr. Zerdo Lega. Now, Zerdo, I know I ask you this basically every single time you come on in here. Coming all the way from España, right? Hit me with the aloha, the Hawaiian aloha. What a cool person. Athena? Wait, hold on a sec. Who's doing that?
If you don't mind me asking.
Timothy McGee coming in with that $2 super chat. How is it different? So I was aware of the Army back in 98. I was in high school at the time. However, my dad was also an Army officer. So I lived on military bases all throughout my childhood. I was experienced with the military in the 90s. Wouldn't be able to tell you exactly just what the difference is from the inside, but I could tell you the stories that I heard from the 82nd when they're talking about what the 82nd was like in the 90s versus like what I went through. Specifically with the officer hazing that we went through, they always would tell us it's a lot lighter that, with what we were doing versus what was happening in the 90s. So things were just a little bit more stringent, I guess, what I could say. I can't think of the right words. I want to say like cutthroat, but that's not the right feeling that I want to convey about it. It's just more like they're holding you to a very strict standard, and they're holding you to it rather strictly. Mr. Zero Average says being in the 82nd is basically CAG for legs. So I noticed that when I left the 82nd and I went to school immediately after that, I just felt like I was so tightly wound compared to everybody else. And you don't realize that until you get away from Bragg. Zerdo Lega coming in from España, Madrid. Athena says Anonymous is a cool person. I mean, Anonymous is a very cool person, very cool and generous person. I honestly don't know how to donate anonymously on Twitch. I don't know how the system works. What? Okay, now I'm starting to freak out here. Anonymous coming in with another 5 gifted subs there. I'm looking to see all the names that pop up for who's receiving these, because you guys are getting on the list there. What a G. What a total G there. Anonymous now coming in with 5 back-to-back, 2 back, for a total of 15 gifted subs. I need to keep an eye on my goals for today, guys. Let me switch over here. I got to check them out. Okay, so, hey, exciting news there. If you guys keep an eye down low on the goals here as we're progressing, we are at 56 of 82 subs. And you guys know that after 82 subs, we do a giveaway from the TangoPapaDelta.com store. So keep an eye on the goals, guys. As soon as we hit that, we do our giveaway. And it's not a one and done kind of thing either. If we don't make it tonight, guys, it rolls over into the next stream. That means you guys got to come back every single time to make sure that you're here when we do our giveaway. Thank you so much, Anonymous. You are getting us much closer here. Gofio and Zerdo going back in Spanish. My Spanish is not good enough to be able to keep up there. Mr. Zero Average, it is culture shock. Absolute culture shock. And I think over time you learn how to relax, and then you realize that you've had a really good military experience. You know what it is like to be held to that kind of standard. But you can kind of, not be so stressed all the time. No more Spanish today? Hey, you guys feel free, man. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You guys feel free. But you guys know I tend to read what you guys are writing out there. So my Spanish is not very good, unfortunately. I won't be able to participate. Rome will prosper from anonymous sponsors. That's right, Smurfy. Hey, Smurfy, how you doing, brother? Okay, so now this is where it gets a little funky. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows completely done. But like I said, the geometry is a little weird here, where this angle is a little wider than the side sections that I've got. So let's see if I can do this here. I want to make a copy of this. And I'm actually not sure how well this is going to go, because I want to capture... I might want to capture the side road here as well. Oh, God. Nope, that's not going to work. What if I go this way? Does that change it up? That changes it up. Okay, so. Oh, my God. I don't know why it does that. Okay, we'll rotate a little bit. That's what I want. I kind of missed some road there. Yeah, that wasn't great. Ooh, I'd say that's pretty damn close. I can fill in any road from there. No problem there. Smurfy coming in saying, I'm good, bro. How's the new Anno? Okay, so if you haven't seen us play Anno before, I am really enjoying it, man. This is like maybe my second or third time streaming it. And as far as the civilization builders go, I think this might be my favorite. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Okay, so here, I got to be very careful here. I don't want this to freak out my OCD. Okay, so Look there. That is about right for where all the crossroads are starting to connect. The only problem is right up, let's see how far I get my finger before it disappears. Right up over the top. I'm gonna have to fill that in with some more road. Is that Big Bird Slayer? I remember last time I was in here, Anonymous was spilling gifted. Anonymous tends to come by and is just like, money bags, here you guys go. Everybody's getting gifted. You get a sub, and you get a sub. You all get subs. The planning side goes crazy to the 82nd. 82nd thrives on chaos. All plans go out the window, whereas most other units stick to it. So that being said, I think that the 82nd plans very well, right? The planning sessions I've been in with the 82nd are super detailed, and they're very vetted. They're very vetted, very thorough. Now, that being said, yes, when the plans do go to crap, the 82nd's very good at playing it by ear, should we say. Okay, yeah, good. This one is actually going to be flush, right? Because that's the mirror of the other side. So that's got to be flush there. And then this one is also going to be out a little bit, just making sure that all the roads line up there. Boom. Okay, so we have the general overlay. Can I get out of that? Now, we're going to have to fill out some a little bit up in there. Maybe it's Oprah herself, Athena. If it were Oprah herself, I think she should identify. That would be great. Now, Oprah would come in here saying, hey, everybody, look under your seats. Check under your seats. And then all of you at home are like, what? And you look under your seat. And no, there's a gifted sub under my seat. That's what should be happening. Buckarooskett says, I picked up Anno 1800 on sale, but never gave it a chance. It seems like a solid laid-back game compared to what I've been playing lately. I'll have to give it a chance. So Anno 1800 was actually the one that I was initially looking at. Before, I guess it must have been out for quite a while because Anno 117 came out shortly after that. Okay, so I'll fill in right there. That should give me kind of like that 2-lane highway look coming out of here. I want to be very careful here I don't screw this up. There we go. Okay, yes, look at that. So we have what is effectively going to be like the residential areas completely mapped out here. All the residences can be switched out for, whatever else that I want to put in there. But what I'm going to need to keep an eye on is proximity to the shoreline here. This is getting really close. But I would say, as far as spacing, not too shabby. Resources are going to be pretty easy to grab. Now, all the dangerous stuff, I'm going to have to maybe go over the river, maybe get it, like, up over here would be a good place to start putting all the fire hazards. Maybe the farmland I can put down in this area, because this is kind of, like, large and wide. Might be able to do my wood gathering up here. This is a pretty good, and it's close. Pretty good thicket of woods there. Yes, let's go Oprah. Let's go Oprah, hitting us up. Smurfy says he's like Batman. Spears gets the job done, takes no thank yous and leaves. Ghostface, did I clear up the space? I think I did. So initially there was space because I was not able to pick up the final road there in my copy. but that should be better. That should be nice and symmetrical. 2 roads leading in and out. So it looks like a fancy highway. And what I'm really curious about is if I could actually plant any trees in the center there. If there's enough space there for me to put some decoration. So you can, like, you know, separate it out with some, I don't know, hedges or something. Athena, War Queen, is this like a planning stage? Yes. So I currently have the game on pause because if you look up here, this is my total balance. I'm currently in the red, which is in... oh, no. I'm sorry. This is my spend rate. I have 15,000 denarii on me right now. That's the bank. And the more time that I let progress before I'm not making money, I will go into debt and Caesar will fire me. So right now I just wanted to get the layout for all my residences here. But now the game will start progressing as I start getting the economics going. I just had to get, like, yeah, kind of the planning happening here. Shots fired, Warwolf. Yeah, 82nd Airborne, a.k.a. Autistic Alcoholics. That's the patch. The patch. We got the AA. They'll tell you it stands for All Americans. Okay, so we need to get wood going. That is going to be, first of all, we'll need to get our woodcutter. And I can turn off planning mode now. It's important that the woodcutter be near wood. So I'm kind of thinking here, as we'll have a road come out. Actually, that might be what the next thing I'll do here. I'll need my connection coming off the road. And just kind of coming straight through the wood line here all the way on out to damn near the coastline. We'll just go into the thicket there. Okay, for wood construction now, I want to be attached to the road. It looks like I need to get a little bit further in. Okay, that's looking good. He's not attached, though.
We have our own bread baskets.
How come the Romans have British accents? Is that just everybody from antiquity has a British accent? Yeah, random horse just out in the middle there. As soon as I start moving people in, we're going to have to move the horses out, maybe. British accents are just fancier, yeah. I'm not entirely certain what a Roman would sound like. I did hear that, what was it, Civilization 7? What version are they on now? I did hear that Civilization, whichever version it is, I think it's 7. When you play as Augustus Caesar, all the animations with Augustus Caesar is actual, like, old style Latin. And people say that that's actually really, really well done. So if you guys like these games, Civ 7, pretty on the ball as far as their accuracy. All right, get my sawmill along the way here as well. I don't want to get it too close. It tends to take out the amount of wood that we can do. Warwolf played a lot of Age of Empires when I was younger. Age of Empires was a legit one too. Smurfy Live says typical Roman movie or show, they're all British, right? And even like when they're doing like Russian people, they have British accents. They don't come in and just have them do, you know, a Russian accent. But you guys remember how they did that in Hunt for the Red October? So you had Sean Connery, first of all. Sean Connery, he doesn't know Russian. But all the Russian people, all the Russians in that movie were speaking Russian to begin with. And then you have like his political officer aboard the Red October who's reading from a book, and they zoom in and they zoom into his mouth and then all of a sudden he switches from Russian to English, and when they zoom back out, that's it. All the Russian guys are speaking English. And so you're like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, so now they don't have to have anything subtitled. But then as you think about it, during the movie, you don't have English speakers and Russian speakers talking to each other until like closer to the end of the movie. And then when they met, they're speaking Russian again. So I thought that's probably a pretty good way to do that. Pretty well done. Okay, so that's going to get wood going. I think
That's
with
what
that,
she said.
we talk about wood here. Okay, so I think we can get started here. Get off pause. All right, so I don't have a street connecting this guy here, so I got to get roads built kind of along this beachway here. Let's just go straight across because I'm going to have a lot of connections here for everything sea related. And then another route coming from here. Okay, so everybody should be connected now. I've got no warehouse up here with these guys, so that's going to be the next thing I need. Warehouses are going to service everybody. I'm not quite sure just how close I'm going to need to get, though. I should be able to just go ahead and put one, like, super nearby, but let's put one in, and then if that doesn't service, I'll move it around. Yeah, so that one is too far away. Let me move on down a bit. There we go. Okay, so warehouse is servicing up here. Okay, I need to build 20 residences. And I think with these guys, I might build kind of like around the outside first and work my way in. Okay, so this is where... let's see. Maybe I use the upgrade tool. I think the upgrade tool will allow me to do it. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do the other side. Okay, so that's 14. And 20. Right? Or did I count wrong? No, we're good. We got it. Okay, so we should have people starting to move in to our neighborhoods now. Time of day. Can I set that? Yeah, I'd set this earlier. Oh, yeah. Noon. We're going for a sunny day and turning the day-night cycle off. I want some nice sunlight. Sean knows several languages? Sean Connery. First of all, knew several languages because I don't know if you know this, but I think we lost him. We lost Sean Connery. I might have to challenge you on that one. I'd like to know what languages Sean Connery knows. Okay, so we need food. Food for our residences. All right. Sardines and porridge. Let's go. How is my sardine production? I guess I can just go ahead and get this out here then, eh? Okay, sardines are getting produced. Now he also wants porridge. This is going to be... I got to figure out where I'm going to put my farms now. I don't think I want to crowd out all this area down here. I do think this is probably the better option. But now, how to connect. Let's go from the back. Oh. Yeah, actually, that won't be bad. Let's go from the back here. Get a bridge. Kind of midway between these two river points. Okay, I like that. And then I will just cut straight through. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so now the thing about this game here, if you space out your resources, the thing that's going to bring your city together is going to be where you place your warehouses, because warehouses all share the same inventory. As long as you have a warehouse next to where you are placing your resources, you're all connected to the network. It's not like if you have food all the way out there, that you are going to be up, S Creek trying to travel everything. That's not how that works.
If you could look after this, Eri.
Yeah. Okay, so we need the warehouse connection. That's exactly what I was just talking about.
It's beyond us.
Buy his supply. I'm good for buying his supply. I'll be nice there. So the warehouses are good. Ghostface Killer is straight up there, man. Get those warehouses going. Buckarooska says, if you like building, planning, OCD pleasers, I can't recommend Satisfactory enough. Ooh, Satisfactory. What is Satisfactory? Is that up on Steam? All right, so for our porridge, I don't want to take out too much of the wood line here, so I'm gonna place the sucker like right here, and then this is the hard part here. I always want to make these as square as possible, but there's no good way of doing this without it looking kind of wonky. See, that's 80 right there, and that's that's wonky. Okay, so I need to come in closer. If you guys have any recommendation on how better to do that, I am all ears.
Can't stuff all that down me folds.
Oatfield. Maybe start out like closer down here. Let's try this. No. See, it's not going to be a perfect square. That's close. 79, 80. There, how's that? Close enough to being symmetrical. It's not great. I do need another warehouse, though. Not the residence. Give me a warehouse. And if I'm going to have a bunch of crap out here, let me try sticking this guy along the road. That'll work. Okay, so porridge. Porridge getting made? Do I need to make a porriger? My porridge stand. I can probably stick my porridge stand a little bit closer to, well, shoot. What does the porridge stand get me, right? So this one here, it comes with a maintenance cost, but there's no positive cost to putting it anywhere closer to my guys here. I just need to make sure that it is available to them. If I put it out here, it should be just fine. Yeah, I think that'll work. If I'm wrong, do let me know, guys. So Satisfactory is pretty good. Gets damn hard to map everything out later in the game. I'm going to have to look up the Satisfactory. Buckarooska says, the spaghetti can definitely get wild if you're not careful. This sounds very interesting. Warwolf says, I have Satisfactory. All you guys know about Satisfactory. This is a new one to me. Ghostface Killer says, I act like I know, but all I know I learned from you. Okay, so we're in some areas we might be the blind leading the blind here. Sci-fi factory builder on alien planets. Very interesting. Okay. Satisfactory. I'm gonna have to give that one a look-see. I'm quite curious about that now. Okay, so we got food service happening now. What do I need to do to open this up here? Oh no, we're good. We're good. Market and tavern. Now, this will get interesting. This is where I start filling in these buildings here, because this is the first neighborhood that I've got, but I'm gonna want the market here. Hold on a sec. Okay, no, I think I am good there. Forge House gives you the population, right? Okay, cool.
Public services should be erected close to residences in order to meet people's needs.
That's what he's talking about. The market's going to be a public service. I get +1 population and +1 income. Here's how we start making some money. But where is this thing going to best fit at? It's kind of a large square. It's kind of a large square, and I want to get it close to where my peoples are. At least to where all the green service routes are highlighting these guys. So if I place it right here, it's not hitting everybody. This side's looking pretty good. We get quite a few, and then I'm going to need to start building around them. So I suppose for the time being, let's see. That actually might be the best spot for now. Construction area blocked. Okay, so this is going to kind of be the pain in the butt here. I'm going to have to undo my planning in order to fit this in. Okay, so the market's up and running, servicing most of my residences. It's been out for a while. It's on Steam. $40 for Satisfactory on Steam. Smurfy says it's a really good chill time killer. Got to build a space elevator and things meet quotas for upgrades and such. Interesting. Yes, you have my curiosity piqued. Okay, so tavern, same thing here. We're going to get +1 population, +1 happiness. We got to be close by, though. It's a good thing all these kind of fit in pretty well with each other. Let me go ahead and just place it right here. Again, here, this is not necessarily permanent. My time of day is changing, isn't it? So this one here, though, I don't think this is going to fit quite perfectly over 2. I'll probably have to take 4 off.
Shouldn't the market be in the middle so you can protect the perimeter?
The market be in the middle. Yes. Yes. Once we get to, like, when I can start building defenses, I'm gonna need to start getting the walls out around here. I am very close to the sea, which is a problem. If I get pirates starting to come up here, I'm gonna need to have layers of defense here. At this point, I just don't have very much to defend at the moment here. But we'll be shifting up some placement of this stuff as we move along here. Like I was going to say, none of this is going to be permanent. The more that I start building towards the center, I am going to be shifting this around. But just in order to make some money, I got to get this close by to the currently built residences. Like I said, I don't think that's going to fit together if I just take the 2. Yeah, I think that's going to require I take out 2 more. Okay, so my tavern. It can get pretty close here. How about we do that for now? Give it a little green space around it. My time. I don't like this being so dark. There we go. 12:30. Stop the time. You're locked. Okay, so the market's going now. What did Homeboy here have to say?
May be of interest.
Workforce. You have to have the proper workforce at the correct level.
This may be of interest.
They need clothing. We need to fulfill their attributes.
Something for your consideration.
Resident needs. Food, fashion, and public services. Okay, so. We're still bleeding money here. We can't be having that. Smurfy Live says, great in co-op too. Has vehicles to move stuff around, full automation. Haven't played in a while, but it's great. Now I want to play it again. I've been on Construction Simulator. So you really do like these.
Wasn't trying to tell you what to do. Oh, how's the jits going?
No, I was explaining my my thought process here because you are correct. Now, that being said, I haven't been attacked on land yet. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so as soon as we get to that point where I got walls that I can build up here, we're gonna start fortifying the city. It's gonna be looking good, I promise you. But that's further on down the line. Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu is kind of on hold right now. It's been on hold here. I don't have the time. The time constraints are a little rough right now. So yeah, we're kind of stuck at a 2-striper at the moment. My son, however, oh my God, my son has his 4th stripe here, and he's working on his next belt level right now, man. He is kicking ass. Smurfy Live says, one day I'll be killing people and taking their gear in Gray Zone, and next I'm building roads and houses. That's the gamer lifestyle. I would think if you hold yourself to just one type of game, if you're just an FPS person, you're gonna go nuts. You gotta diversify it up, man. Not everything has to be that crazy.
So, Praetor.
What do we say that we start looking around here? Let me... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Praetor. Let's get him going off to the west. Sail west! And try not to attract any pirates to us. Okay, my ship is exploring. Let's see, where was I? We need to get the clothing going, so we need a hemp farm. Let's go back over to my farming area.
Kyrie, Governor.
Hey!
I run this island. Name's Dorian. I can't wait to join your routine.
We just found Dorian. All right, so right across the street, we'll get our hemp farm. I'm going to try to, make it somewhat symmetrical. 56. That's 60 there. 58. That's probably going to be about the best I can do there.
2 hours later.
Hell Beast, what's up, dude? I mean, this is kind of a slow-paced game, yeah. When you zoom in, you can see people doing things. Yeah, check out the level of detail here. Let me move around to kind of the towns and the city. So it zooms in pretty close here. Everybody's doing something different. Everybody's moving on about their day. If you go over to the businesses, check out the businesses over here. Check this out. They're over at the tavern here. And check out the detail. The level of detail on the tavern.
Old man was stubborn.
Check out the market.
Never cruel. When he died, he freed us.
Who's talking? What's happening here?
What a pleasure to meet you.
Polite greeting.
Well met.
Obvious Greek guy. Polite greeting.
I hope we will be friends.
I want to be friends with everybody here. I want to trade. I don't want to fight. I think we could all be rich together here. Hellbeast just got home from work there. Hey, there we go. Is the weekend commencing? Is that it? Are we done for the weekend? Redneck Atheist says you could always play Repo. Crazy fun and shenanigans. Crazy fun shenanigans. I have seen people playing Repo. That is kind of hilarious. Saitama Kano, nice. I like that. Definitely going to put this on the wish list. Oh, wait. There's also a secret button here.
Sighted new land.
I might actually have to look it up because I don't remember it off the top of my head. Stand by, guys. I got to look this up. ANNO 117. First person? Yeah, first person mode. So they do have a first person mode activated by Control-Shift-R on PC. Okay, let's give that a shot. Probably not going to be much to see. So Control-Shift-R.
Business.
Okay, and here I am. So now I can walk through the city that I built. Check out all these homies over here at the tavern. They look like they're having a rockin' time, man. I just wish I could hear the music. We need the music. Pretty legit, right?
You've met a neighboring governor. Part of being a good governor is learning how to deal with...
Go up over here to the market. Here's the business going on at the market. I'm pretty sure I can just walk straight. Oh, it's not going to...
Our scouts
I can jump, but I can't walk into it. Okay.
Can't worth to live. Might as well
Keep going here. So this is a pretty cool feature here. This is the first time I've seen... Oh, what are you? Oh, you're a dog. We got puppies. Oh, there's a kitty. The place is alive. Lots of aminals. There's a chicken there. And yeah, that's probably about it because all the rest of it's planned. So these are the plebe houses. Oh, no, they're not plebe houses. What are these guys? Liberta? Whoa. How did I just... Oh, dude, I can change up my clothes? Look at I'm just hitting tab. Where'd it go? Yeah, I want purple. Look at that. That's pretty rad. Oh. I went into the house. Can I get into their yard or is it all closed off? Let me walk back here. Oh, you can... Hey, here we go. Now I'm right in the neighborhood. I'm saying hi to the citizens. I'm just their benevolent governor. Random doggos, kittes, and yummy mini T-Rexes out there. Tavern on a hill sounds like a bad idea, says Smurfy. Yeah, people are going to be rolling down here. All right, so Control-Shift-R. Control-Shift-R. No, escape? Escape. Escape gets you out. So, all the other games where you're building civilizations, and you're like, I just wish I could live in this thing. At least Anno 117 allows you to start walking through it. Get the full experience of your building. It is pretty cool. Athena says, wow, your guy is skating. I didn't think skates were invented yet. Certainly not like that, no.
Always busy?
Probably a lot more like flat-footed sliding around on skates. Okay, I don't think there's really anything for me to do here quite yet. Yeah, not unless I like want to offer a gift. I don't think I'm quite ready to do any of that. I need to start making money before I run out here. Okay, so I need to make a little hat place. So sheep farm is next up on the agenda. Let me get back over here. Now the sheep farm is going to affect happiness because I guess sheep are kind of stinky. We'll go, let's get over here. That shouldn't really affect anybody. Okay, now the pens. I'm gonna need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. That should fit very nicely together. Okay, we have our sheep farm. Okay, one of these days, I am going to get both. I'm going to get both the residential areas and then also all of my farming areas, like really nice and aesthetic. Maybe all the work areas as well. That's quite the walking animation, Buckarooska. It's like an initial feature, right? I don't think it's meant to be too refined. It's also a secret. I don't think they actually advertised that. That's something that you have to go out and research. Masters of Albion looks fun. Can't wait for it to come out. Wait. Is Masters of Albion an expansion? Okay, so what's next? I have really got to work on this income here. We got the sheep farm is in. Okay, now my hat, my Peleos felter, this actually brings me some income. So this would be good to get into the city as best I can. How much space is this going to take? Knock out a couple buildings, I can put that in there. Actually, if I remove this one... Ah, crap. No, not that one. That one's already built. Shoot. Maybe that one? No, that's not gonna fit. Gosh darn it. Maybe I'll just knock out these two for now and place it right there. Seems good enough. Good enough for now. Okay. So we're getting some commerce going in the city.
This may be worth your attention.
What does old cue ball here have to say? Okay, so attribute effects. Yes, so this tells you that you want to build close to your residences. That's how you increase your effects, the positive effects of your city. It'll also increase the negative effects of your city. So you got to be careful about that side too. Yeah, here's the negative effects. So we want to keep those kind of far away. But the Peleus should be rocking and rolling now.
You have been building for 2 hours, Harry. May I suggest some refreshments?
Now, this is the funny thing about this game, is that every once in a while it tells you to get up. Quit being lame. Redneck Atheist says fermented fish juice factory. That's one that you want to keep far away from your people. Yeah, when you're making some garum. Garum. Saitama saying it's a new game, Masters of Albion. All right, well, I'll have to take a look into that. Can you give me the gist? What is it about? Because the British Isles that we have in here is called Albion. Athena says it's great for the omega-3s. Romans used it for everything. Have you guys ever watched Tasting History with Max Miller on YouTube? I know most of you guys I've talked to about this. Maybe the last time we played this game. Tasting History. Oh, shoot. I need to get another warehouse. Let's see here. Can I place a warehouse without screwing up my aesthetics? I'm really hesitant to get a warehouse smack dab in the middle of this place. Let's see, is there a good place to place these warehouses? Not really. What about if I place a warehouse kind of in the middle here, and I don't know, maybe I'll start getting some like inside roads connecting. That's going to take out quite a few residences. Let's see, 3 on that side, 3 on that side. That's not very symmetrical. Oh boy. My OCD is going to be going nuts here. Tell you what. Knock out these guys. Place it there. That should do good. Kind of centrally located. Okay. That should help out with a little bit there. Athena War Queen, did anyone ever play Black and White, where you are God? I recall that. Yeah, Black and White from like way back in the day. Hold on. I'm wanting to look this up now. I do remember it. Like very, very faintly though. The Black and White video game. I do. I'm gonna have to look this up on YouTube. I need to see some footage of this. I think I recall being somewhat of a vengeful god. Black and White. Oh, do they not have like any trailer or anything? I think there's a lot of gameplay on YouTube. Craziness. Oh, here's the official trailer from 2001. Okay. Ooh, that is some resolution. I'm at 1080 too. Epic story-based role-playing game. Yeah, where did I play this? Did I play this on PC? way back in the before times, I used to play Sim City and spawn in disasters and sate my evil side. That's what's fun about playing those games. Eventually, you get to that point in The Sims where you just got to do it. This is looking like a retro game to me, man. This would be fun. So Saitama saying it's a god game genre type of game. Best to watch the trailer. It explains it best. It's kind of explaining it. In about 2001 resolution. I have such the faintest memories of playing this. Gesture technology. Advanced AI. I feel like they might have redone this then. Did they remaster this game at some point? Yeah, don't touch the tiger's no-no place. Wait, hold on a sec. Did it come out on console? Maybe that's where I played it. You can watch cows and tigers go at it. They got creature combat. I do remember it being kind of nuts. That's what Masters of Albion is like. Okay, so Masters of Albion is kind of like a god game there. The multifunctional citadel. Well, that's kind of reminding me of Riven. I don't know if you guys ever played Riven or Myst, but those were my jam. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of remembering this game. Smite ability unlocked. Okay, I'm still down 108 here. Quest tracker, upgrade a residence. Let's get some more people moving in. Where can I upgrade at? Let's go 1, 2, this entire block.
We have found our sacred center.
But I gotta watch out for the my workforce here. So I can still convert. I gotta watch out for the balance here between the Libertus workforce and the plebeian workforce. How many more? Okay, so I've got my my plebes, and here I can do a villa. So, can I build my villa yet? My governor's villa. I don't have tiles. Actually, do I have tiles? Hold on a sec. Whoa. Okay, well that just snapped me to my ship. Let's go over this way. What was I thinking here? I need to get to... Not in here. It was somewhere here. I need to go to like the... Let's click my guy here. Hall of Fame. I think that's where I wanted to go. In Latium. No, maybe it's in my warehouse already? Maybe it's in my warehouse already. Items, there we go. Okay. So I need to get that guy. The Roman material pack, that's what I want. Boom. Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed that. I think that gave me tiles. I think that gave me concrete. That gave me a few things there that we're going to be able to use. Gofield Master, would you someday play ABI? Or do you prefer Tarkov? So I actually do vastly prefer Tarkov. I have not played ABI. So I'm just...
You need a villa, Ere?
Yes.
Essential in demonstrating your control of it.
I will get that villa here very soon. Oh,
Governor.
geez.
Diana Augusta. Mother reckons keeping the codices does me good, but I'm literally dying to get back to Rome.
Diana, nice to meet you. I was right in the middle of something. So pure transparency, ABI, I'm probably not gonna want to get any of that software on my computer. I'm a little hesitant about the Chinese software here. And if we need to go into it, we could probably discuss a little bit about my profession. That's just something I don't want to mix there. But Tarkov, I do Tarkov all the way, man. If you're interested in Tarkov, I'll play a lot of Tarkov there. Okay, is my villa ready to build?
If the island is invaded, your villa will be the main target. I'd say place it far from the coast.
Well, far from the coast, as far as I can get it. Okay, we gotta take out the road. Take out the buildings. And now, beautiful, look at that.
Always bribe your own guards before someone else does it.
Okay. We got the villa, I think.
They're ready.
Cosmetic tool.
I dare say the beginning of a mighty legion.
Is there ways to change the cosmetics? No, there's some things you can do. Yeah, so there were a couple games. It was ABI and Delta Force. I think were the two that came out. So yeah, it just makes me a little hesitant. Tarragon, there you are.
At your service.
We're meeting a bunch of people.
Consideration, Ellie.
Start getting your military up. Roger.
That you be.
Respectful greeting.
I myself have few needs. Come to me for anything.
Okay, so within this, do I have specialists that I can assign? I got homeboy here who's really gonna help out my money making. We need to pump up these numbers. These are rookie numbers here. 6,000. We are bleeding cash. I don't want no leaks and lose my favorite streamer. We're gonna keep things nice and safe here. Okay, so bread and garum. Let's go with the bread. I need a wheat farm. I do not currently have wheat. This is gonna be quite a bit larger of an area I need for wheat. I think I still need to be somewhat close to a warehouse, though. Let me get on this side and then weed it up. Let's go. Crap. This is what I'm talking about. It's hard to determine. Who's that? Stephen Riffle. What's up, sir? The man, the myth, the legend. Stephen Riffle. How you doing, man? Happy Friday to you, sir. That's 132. Let's get it going up this way here. 40. 37. There. That's about as close as that's going to get there. I wasn't going to say it, but Chinese spyware. That is what I'm worried about. Panic! Happy Donkey's hitting the panic button. A little late, Riffle. Yeah. Just a little late. I got 8 p.m. my time, man. Happy Friday. We're happy of the weekends here. Redneck Atheist says Chinese software. Not as bad as Microsoft in some ways, but way worse in a CIA, NSA visiting you kind of way. I'm not going to say that any other software on here is any safer, but it's just the, different government spying on you. My government already has all my information, so all that's lost right now. But as far as what I can keep the Chinese from taking from me is better. Okay, so we got the wheat farm. We need the grain mill, of which I need to be. This is where we start making use of our little river points here. Okay, so we'll connect this guy. Maybe right here. Just a nice, quick shot down to where the bridge is at. Okay, this is going well. What else do I need for bread? Charcoal. Okay, this is the dangerous one. Charcoal needs to have a wooded place, but this is a massive fire hazard. So I'm kind of thinking... Ooh, that's actually not bad. Place it up against the mountaintop. Yeah, kind of like that. And then I will run... I'll run the road straight down too from it. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I haven't seen any little warehouse icons come up. Actually, no, I'm mistaken. We got one right there. Oh no, that's just missing goods. Okay, so we're good on warehouses. That's a good sign. So charcoal's getting made. I need to put in a bakery. I think the fire safety. It is really good for income though. All right, here's where we take a risk. I'm gonna put the bakery around here. And we're gonna increase our fire risk. Okay, so bakery is such a weird shape. I'm still gonna have to remove like 4 houses to do this. Actually, I might just be able to remove those 2. And we get the bakery right there. Yeah, I think that looks good. How's Anno? Anno is... So, if you didn't see this, I started out with this plan for a very, very aesthetically pleasing city center here. So that's what I'm walking with right now, and so far so good, man. The economics not so good because I'm chatting a little bit too much and I'm not speed running quite like I should to try to get my money flowing. So I need to bring people in. I need more plebes. So what can I upgrade for plebes? Let's upgrade here. Okay. We're good on balance. Huh. I need to make money. This is bad. Let's see. What's going to make me some moolah? Nothing like a flower cloud and an open flame. Ghostface, yeah, that's why things are going to blow up. I'm putting that bakery too close.
A decision, your judiciousness.
Okay, Law of Majesty. A manacled woman is escorted into your presence. She is guilty of violating the Law of Majesty, claiming to be a goddess and gathering followers. The Empire is very touchy about such claims, but the woman insists that she and her people pose no threat. Decide this woman's fate. So pardoning her. Emperor does not like that. Pay her. He favors it. Execute her. He also favors that. Happiness. I don't want to impact happiness too much. Exile her. Let's see, what's the pay? Oh, I don't have 10,000. I definitely can't pay her. I'm going to exile her.
Legacies are built with such choices.
I mean, sometimes you just don't have the money to do, the kind thing. Okay, that's missing goods. Everything else is flowing all right. We got the bread going. Garum, though. I don't know about this garum. Okay, so I don't have mackerel on this island. That's not good. But I do. Can I get salt? Plebes. I need more plebes. So we're looking good for wood. I just need to start building and upgrading. I need more people to move in to bring in some commerce here. Let's see, my homie here should be helping me out making some money. This is, maybe if I build closer to the villa, that'll work. I'm still 102 down. Let's try build closer. 90 down, 87. We're starting to work our way. Production and economy. That might help here. Let's see what's happening. What's actually making me money? So sort by profit, productivity. Yeah, sort by the profit. What is making me money? So hats, sardines. I don't imagine any of the food that I'm making is. I'm losing money on the food. The demand just isn't there. I guess I need more people. Same thing with the bread. Yeah, okay. Hey, there we go. We can start doing some military stuff here now. Redneck Atheist coming in with a PSA here. If you've ever had any sort of contact with the federal government beyond just taxes, you have an FBI file. I've had extensive contact with the federal government. Hey, look at that. We are in the green. Okay, we're starting to make money now. We're safe. Well, safe-ish. And my status has increased. We are a small Avicus now. Let's see.
Growing and the chance of an incident with it. Build institutions to better deal with such incidents.
Yeah. What can I do there? Let's see. Construction. I would like, maybe not necessarily military buildings at this point. I could use a firehouse here. Let's see, where would be a good place for putting this? Maybe along the long side. Yeah, that looks good. Let's take down these plans.
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
There, who died? We haven't had anybody die yet. Not quite yet. We haven't had a fire outbreak, and that's probably just jinxed me. Let's go facing out this way here. Okay, so Firewatch is on guard. Who die? Big Bird Slayer says free tangerines, all the folk will show up. That is what you're not kidding, man. The markets, the taverns, these are the kinds of things that you put in here to start attracting people to your town. Steven Riffle had some really good Battlefield 6 matches today. Well, connection-wise. Hey, that's good, man, because you know that lately it's been kind of sucking. So perhaps they added a few more hamsters to power up the servers. The matchmaking has been very wonky. What's it been doing, Athena? How has that matchmaking been? Okay, so fire. We're okay for fire. Military buildings, not really terribly worried about that at the moment. I need something to actually like really progress me here. Which is probably gonna be the Garum. I mean, that's like, no. What can I do here? Sanctuary and Grammaticus. Okay, so I got Sanctuary. Oh no! I'm gonna need to move these homies. Yeah, I'm gonna relocate y'all, sorry. You guys can go down here. Okay, so the 6 of those, I need to clear up some space. See, this is what I like about ANNO. It's pretty easy to change things around. You're not really penalized all that much on it. Can I fit my Sanctuary? Yeah. Okay, so here's the weird thing about the Sanctuary. I'm actually gonna have to remove a little bit of street, I think. Actually, probably this entire section here. So don't look. This is gonna make things not quite as symmetrical. I don't think I have an option. Yep, something's gonna have to get sacrificed. Let me move homeboy here. Construction area blocked. Ah, that's right. Always have to remove the plans. Okay, this is my Sanctuary. So it still won't let me do it. I gotta remove like a tiny little bit of road. But it's gonna make me want to, it's gonna make me remove the whole thing there. It's not a problem. I've got roads to move down. Okay, so what happens if I place Sanctuary here?
Time religious belief in your city was shaped.
And then if I take this, how about that? Yeah, that helps out my brain a little bit. I'll do it to the other side too. We'll fix things as we move stuff around here. I see a bunch of high-level players on one team versus the other with noobs. I don't know how that works out. It should be a little bit better balance than that. Like, this isn't the first time that Battlefield's done matchmaking. Like today, there were multiple level 2 to 300 players on my team, and the other team had 175 at the highest level. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Do they not do, like, skills-based matchmaking there? Okay, so I've got Sanctuary. What's next? Grammaticus. Grammaticus. I kind of want to work my Grammaticus out. So we might have to evict some more of these civilians here. How much space does my Grammaticus take? Yeah, so a good 6 houses here. I could put them right in the middle there. That's fine. Let's remove that. I'll move these guys down here. Boom. Look, too easy. Too easy. What's a Grammaticus? I believe a Grammaticus. So Grammaticus, it says here, with the reading of poetry and philosophy comes the real risk of becoming overly clever. The Grammaticus is like a library, I imagine. In fact, if we go in and we take a look in the Grammaticus, you'll probably see that it looks a lot like a library.
Without virtue, and virtue without truth.
Research to progress. Research any specific discovery and reap the benefit.
Yeah, so looks like they house a lot of scrolls. It looks like they give TED Talks there. What a place for people to get clever. There is my Grammaticus, and allows me to research. So that's going to be kind of the next thing that I need to do is go through my research tree.
There are many discoveries one can research.
Okay, so
Economic, civic,
here's the big
military.
thing.
Choose wisely.
I want paved roads, so I need to get down there as fast as possible. Selecting that, I gotta go through warehouse organization and then paved roads. So as soon as I hit paved roads, I can start making all the dirt roads in my little city there paved, and all the traffic is gonna go a lot faster. So my economic flow is gonna be moving a lot faster there. That's where the TED Talk started. They started in ancient Rome. Choose a patron god. Okay, our patron gods, what do we have available? Ceres. We get increased production for a lot of foodstuffs. That would be really good. We could go with Neptune here, but I'm not really seaborne yet. Mars would be great, but I'm not doing the military thing quite yet. I think I'm gonna go Ceres. Oh, check it out. Oh crap, that didn't take me where I wanted it to. Unlock requirement, the cult of Cernunnos. Still not where I wanted to go. Got to scroll all the way up to Cernunnos. We got some Celtic gods. The horned lord of the forest sits on the boundary between the civil and the wild. Devotees of Cernunnos can work alongside anything, man, beast, or deity, to spin harmony out of contradiction. So I see eels and amber and small birds and beavers. So this is definitely on Albion. Oh, I didn't select her. I need to go Ceres. Set my patron. Good. Increased production of all the food stuff. That's what I need. That'll support my city very well.
The greater their devotion to Ceres, the more plentiful their yields.
And thank you for attending my TED Talk. Okay, so we're working out like half the side of the town here.
There are two gentlemen here to see you.
Uh-oh.
Unless that is, I am seeing double.
Who is here? The Roman Imperium is keen to support its governors. Funds were put forward to hire you an aide called Julius Lupus. However, there must have been some bureaucratic misunderstanding because there are two Julii standing before you, identical twins. Identical twins, both named Julie? Let's see here. Who would make the better aide? Let's speak to Brutus. Brutus claims he can do the work of 10 men and that he even comes with his own oxen. Little good has he to say of his twin Gaius, who he says is always found to be behind his desk and never lifts a finger. All right, what does Gaius say? Gaius claims to be a reliable landlord, last year alone leasing 70 insulae or more, half of which still stand. No one is more apt with a ledger, he says, and adds that his twin brother is an illiterate brute only a fool would hire. I think I'm ready to make my choice. So I think Gaius is definitely the way to go. Economics all the way. I need to make this money.
Very good, Are.
Thank you, Ben Balian. Does that mean I need to go slot him in over at my villa? It is. There's Gaius.
My business is your business, Buller.
He is slotted,
may improve your island
and he's
and
bringing me some
economy
business.
in whichever way you wish.
Okay, sitting at just plus 45 denarii, though. Sesterces. But we're working on it. As we start filling this in with houses and all that. So here's where we start bucking up against the edges of our production. I only have one of each for like all the wood production. So building houses here, like I'm about out of tiles. Timber is getting pretty low here. At some point, I might need to think about making doubles. What's my quest tracker say? Sell goods to Diana? What can I sell to her? Where is she? Is she out over on this little island over here? Is this Diana?
Sweet melon. I haven't slept for days.
Deliver 9 tons of garum. I don't have any garum. But I should start trading. That would be smart. I can get a lot of the things that I need through trading for them. If I go back to my my island here, and I go to my main warehouse down here, I can start buying and selling things. So if I go to, let's say, goods, and if I'm not happy with my wood production, I can actually just start buying wood. And every once in a while, traders will come by, and I'll buy whatever they've got on hand. So that might be a good route to go, as I maximize my economics and just start buying things as the traders come through, rather than having to like worry about all the logistics of doing this on site here. I'll just need to keep in mind kind of what I'm going to need. So the whole garum thing, right? I don't have any mackerel population. So that is a case where I might start looking for mackerel to purchase. How much is it going for? Here's mackerel. Purchase price is 16. So I might keep a minimum stock of, God, I don't know what sounds good. Let's keep 10 mackerel on hand. Will that buy me some mackerel? Buy 10. Buy when under 10. That's my minimum stock. Okay, and this is because I don't have mackerel on my island. I will have to set up logistical trains on other islands that have mackerel, and that sounds like a pain in the ass right now. I'm not going to go do that. So that'll bring mackerel. I do need to develop salt. So the salt ponds should be good just down here. Okay. Good there. And then garum. Garum is one of those things. I don't want it too close to anything, really. Garum is kind of stinky. But I do want it close enough to where I can hit a warehouse. So this is kind of out of the way. Get my garum producer. Yeah, no more debt. We are positive. Not by very much, though. Our economics are starting to work for us. And a big part of that is within my villa. I got my two homies here who are really good with economics. So they really leverage all the stuff that I've got in place right now. Okay, so my plebes, they have their Grammaticus, they have their Sanctuary, they want sandals, which I can't open up yet because I need 200 plebes to move in. So we start upgrading. How much wood do I have? 19 wood. We're going to be getting close. We're cutting it very close here. Yeah, let's start building over here. I got a lot of public services over here that I can leverage to make some more Monet. My neighborhoods aren't very well zoned at this point. I do apologize about that, guys. This is where I'm going to need to start moving some things around as I work my way around the pie here. Get things a little bit better zoned out. Maybe start, I don't know. Can I
brand the bread I sell.
Yeah,
as a mark
you
of
can.
make and quality.
You can work these things around too. Have them face different directions. Sometimes it'll look better. If you had them start facing each other, you can make it look a lot better there. Redneck Atheist says, "Heh, Romans were historically salty." Were they a very salty people? Let's see here. Where am I at on the plebeians? 178. So I got to be upgrading perhaps some of these houses.
My husband swept me off my feet.
It doesn't look like there's...
So we haven't yet returned to my
We can
family
upgrade
casa.
you. Doesn't look like there's any others to upgrade, though. What's up with all these Liberty houses that they don't want to upgrade. And I'll just keep on going around in this area here. C8 timber. I am getting real low on timber with this building. Upgrade. It doesn't tell me what I need to upgrade. I don't know what the problem there is. Yo, Oreo58, what's going on, dude? Hello. Happy Friday to you, friend. 190 out of 200. We're getting close there. What do I need for the soap? 200. So 200 is going to be my next level. Hey, look at that. Look at that. These guys are starting. Hey, there we go.
We should expand our fleet of ships.
What? Just got done with Bellum? Like, just got done with playing Bellum today? That's right. There was a playtest going on today, wasn't there? All right, so sandals. Good. Soap. We'll see what all I can build. And what other new options do we have? We can do some more harbor buildings. Let's get the shipyard. If I can. I don't have enough wood. I don't have enough wood. Gosh, what do I do here now? Maybe I start harvesting more wood. Yeah? I need to build these buildings. Let's harvest some more wood. All right, we want this fat here. 137 out of 180, or 137 out of 80. Yeah, let's put you back here. Okay, so you are very buried in the woods there. How do I... There you are. Build a road out to you. Got wood. We're going to be getting some more wood here, Oreo. I need more wood. We're burning through it, man. We are burning through the wood. Okay, so I got wood. We need to turn that to timber. So, I mean, this guy right here should be just fine. Right on the corner of the crossroads. Okay. So hopefully wood will no longer be a constraint. And the more wood that I have, I can start selling it if need be. So let's see here. The mackerel. Nobody's come by to sell me any mackerel. I need to get my ship moving around. So what's it gonna take? Let me send him to the east.
Time flies, as do we.
My ship is gonna need to start making more contact with traders. I need people to start moving their way in here. Can't build a wood harvester because I got no wood. You know, actually, that's a problem. What does the wood harvester cost? Oh, this one only costs money. So you don't actually need wood to do that. That's good. Because that would be something of a problem.
Make a suggestion?
Provide needs to your population. Yes. Okay. I thought we'd been doing that. Most buildings have a maintenance cost. Oh, so if you can pause buildings to reduce expenses. Ships and troops also have a maintenance cost. So if I have a building that's going, let's say we produce too much wood, right? And we need to shut down a sawmill so that it's not burning through my money and not producing wood that I don't need anymore. I can pause it and then sell anything that I've got extra of. So that's good. We started up with the buying and the selling. In fact, I'm wondering, you guys can see it a little bit back behind me here. This is the amount of stock that I have of all of these items. If I have anything that's I have it in abundance, I can start selling that. Which I don't really have anything too much in too much abundance. Okay, so build a shipyard, tutorial, research. What do I need to research? Research the trading post improvements. That was going, right? It's just taking time. 59 minutes. Got another hour for that research to happen. Pretty cool layout for the town. Do you like that? So yeah, got to go out and do some research on some ANNO 117 layouts. And then, yeah, I found one that was like particularly pretty here. I would say very aesthetically pleasing. Now, I just need to work on the placement of my buildings. Right now, this is like early stage. The placement is kind of ad hoc. Best that I can do for right now. But as we move along here, I can move them to where I want to be. So it'll be a little bit more pretty. Like this guy here. Let me spin him around. Yeah, there you go. Now we can look in the front door of the Grammaticus. I like the looks of that. Redneck Atheist, but when you unpause a building, is it a deposit? Redneck Atheist has got the puns. He's a very punny dude.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
GoField Master says, besides aesthetical, it looks like a legit Roman city in my opinion. Oh, it'll be looking even more legit. It'll be looking legitter as we go on here. Okay, so we found some more land. Let's get this guy going north. And then I might hold off on sending him to any place crazy because I think south is where we have a lot of pirates. The legitterist. Yeah, we gotta get it to be the legitterist. The legitterer, the betterer. I want a Colosseum, Papa. Give me blood. We can get to the Colosseum at some point here. We're gonna have to progress to it. Or is it more better? More betterer. Redneck Atheist says more gooder. All right, back it up, backer, more backer. All right, so the wood is coming in now. That's good. I've got wood. Build. That's build. Ornaments. Oh, I'll be able to answer my own question here. So I wanted to know if the middle of this road.
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
All right. Who died? Who died? Uh-oh. Athena, what happened there? Soda and keyboard's bad? Do you have a keyboard that you gotta go clean now?
I'm afraid the flame that never goes out.
Mo Betta, I like that. The goodest of all. All right, so the question is, can I place a tree of some sort? What all do I have? Classic, special. Rick rolling the whole lot of ya.
When will you accept contracts? I would very much like to talk business.
She wants to do some contracts. This looks like a very Roman tree right here. Oh, it needs a full square, huh? Ah, that's not quite as cool. What can I do? That's not nearly as cool. How about a smaller tree? No, it is by square. Okay. So we'll have to figure out something else to do on these city streets to make them look good. Ground patterns. Oh, very interesting. Hall of Fame, rewards. Oh, I got some rewards. Look at that. The Pool of Tranquility. Oh, cool.
New land.
Oh yeah, I got some cool ornaments that I can put on there. Nice. Up at the intersection, so like right here, there should be like one I can do. Let's community statue. Where will it allow me to place? Let's do it along the sides. Why won't it let me place like right there? Yeah, we'll shift some things around. What do the trees need? Is it the same thing on the trees? Yeah, they don't want me putting potted plants right in the middle of the road. Okay. Need wider roads? I think I need at least 3 wide. Which is a bit of a problem here, because I would have to shift around a whole lot. But we can go along the sides of the roads easy enough, yeah? We can make that look very pretty. We'll worry about those aesthetics a little later on down the line. As of right now, the economy's looking stable. Want to make sure we can keep that. All right, so I think we're good for a shipyard now. Ah, hell yes. Shipyard time. Oh, but I need it attached to a road.
Our scouts have sighted.
That's about as close as I can go on a road. Boom.
Your first shipyard, is it? A first paddle into this great.
We are
wide
seafaring. By square, square squared. The Roman bath. What happens at the Roman bath stays at the Roman bath. Redneck Ages. Oh, ship! You gotta be shipping me.
I should be honored to conduct exchanges with you.
10,000 denarii? Oh, brother, I will
May
take
your
that. Thank you.
choices never
Thank
haunt
you very much, Tarragon. I'll put those 10,000 denarii towards a nice ship. Okay, so in order to build ships, we need rope. I've already got the hemp farm, but the rope maker requires tiles. I don't have tiles. I've burned up through all my tiles. Okay, we need a clay pit. Ooh, clay pit should be okay to place near. Right? Yeah, it's not very detrimental at all. So clay pit. I'll just put you right there for convenience. And then link you up. Okay, so clay pit's good. What else do we need? I've got the charcoal. Okay, I just need the tiler. Now this one's fire safety, so we don't want to be too close to anything, if at all possible. That tiler is a fire hazard. Let's see, I've got other fire hazards out over here. Maybe that's what I do. Tyler. Oh, yeah. Right about there. Affecting, well...
Each deity confers unique blessings. Change your patron god as you please.
Good note. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, probably down around here would be best. Yeah, I don't know. I got 2 buildings out right there. This is way too close to my city. My Tyler. Let's... This is going to start to become a no-go zone here. Okay, so Tyler is in place there. Oreo58 says, get your ship together, sir. Happy Donkey pointing out that the game music sounds good. The game music is very soothing, dude. Once you get into the flow of things, I swear you could play this game for hours on end. It's a nice, pleasant experience. Oreo58, does it need to be close enough to the clay pit to make it efficient? Not really, no. But you see here, I do have this icon telling me that I need a warehouse in range. So the closest warehouse that I have is right over here. Now I could try to shift it down to get closer, which is what I'm going to do first, but I don't want to alienate anything else that I've got up there. So let's move it on down here. And I think it's probably still too far away, but my farms are still good. So a little closer. There it goes. You saw that move? That went away? So now my warehouse here is serving. No. I want you to stay. Now my warehouse is serving everywhere that it needs to serve. Didn't alienate any of my farms, not yet. So now what ends up happening is that the clay comes over to the warehouse and then comes out of the warehouse to come over here. But you see, now I have warehouse problems here. Where's my nearest one? This guy? Ooh, I know what I can do. We'll just make a crossroad. Yeah, so from here, I'll just crossroad it up there. No? Oh, now it's just missing goods. Okay, we are all right. Did I even need that? In any case. The road is there. I could use it in the future. That's fine. Okay, so theoretically, this should be able to make me tiles now, because I have the clay pit, I've got the charcoal, and I have the tiler. My tiler's over there. Goodness gracious, I was talking to myself that whole time there, guys. Thank you guys for coming in. I was muted. Thank you. Yeah, I should be good on all of that. It looks like my rope maker and my sail maker, they all require tiles. So as soon as my tiler starts producing a bunch of them, we should be good to go there. If it doesn't happen fast enough, I can start buying them. Ooh, which I should check and see if I got any mackerel coming in for the garum. So I don't think I've seen any ships coming in by. No mackerel yet. I need to establish trade relationships with these guys. What is that going to take? Let's go to diplomacy.
Give us your bibble babble.
Bibble babble? Request trade treaty. Maybe that's what I need, a trade treaty? I should be able to trade with the others, though. I don't really have enough to give a gift to anybody. Let's see, what contracts?
Slave markets, fish markets. How my tenants use their floor space is up to them.
So we can start doing some trades. I can buy some ships.
We rely on maritime routes.
That ship is expensive. 13K? Yeah, I don't have money for the ships. Okay. Uh-oh. The boss is here. Oh, boy. Let's go talk to the boss.
Getting this empire back on its feet won't be easy. The Legion has a saying, if your attack is going well, you're walking into an ambush.
Hail Caesar. Jovially hail Caesar.
Like it.
Okay, he likes me a little bit more. For kissing his cheeks.
The Emperor? You're friends with everyone, man.
You know it. You know it, Dorian. I'm a popular dude. how do I get these trade routes established? I need somebody coming by to start selling me some things. Let's see, they have requests and offers, but I need their ships to come on by. Maybe it's an upgrade to my warehouse. Let's see, what do we got here? Select a discovery, start searching. Yep, got it.
Hard work, earn what pay. Hard work, do it every day. Hard work, get up out of 2:45. Hard work.
Bruce Springsteen. Mr. Springsteen. Hey, I'm glad we got off the mute there. That was a rookie move. Okay, research is slow going. It's coming along. Tyler appears to be cranking some out here. I haven't received any yet, though. All right. Oreo58, do you need to request for their ships to come by? I don't think so. Let's see. Because if I go to diplomacy, I don't have any of them here. This is going to be the emperors, not the emperors, but the other governors. I mean, it might be having to get into a trade treaty for these guys, but I think I can trade. Oh my gosh, I need to get my orientation here correct here. I think I can trade with these, like, they're not governors, they're like I don't know.
People come here to live a little.
Free traders.
Just like before
yes.
the eruption.
These free traders. I want to set up with these free traders, but I'm not quite sure what I need to do here. Because these are very specific items. I think they will start sending ships my way. I don't recall ever having to do anything to get them coming. And they'll just start sailing up to my warehouse. So, but I don't know if we can tell the time. The Switzerland types. That's an apt description there. Just a tango bingo square. That's true. That's another square for the bingo card. Tango is talking on mute. It happens often enough to where I'm going to need it. Well, shoot, I think, guys, this is probably a pretty good pausing point here for the game. I mean, we're coming up at the end of time here. We have the basics all set up for a very pretty city center here. So, like I said, as we progress through this, we're going to start moving things around. It's not going to look exactly like this. We're going to, we're going to designate certain neighborhoods. We're going to start, making little merchant areas, that kind of stuff. This is going to be looking nice. We could probably even work on the farmland areas and all the work areas. The dock area we can clean up a bit. It's going to be looking good, but I think this is going to be the crown jewel, guys. The city center here. This is going to be nice. Oreo58 says you need a flashing light when you hit the mute button. That would be nice. I mean, the mute button itself lights up. I should know a little bit better. But it probably would be nice if I had, like, maybe something audio in my ear telling me that it's I can't hear myself. All right, guys. I would say nice, successful little chill run here. Some hold music. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so you won't believe, Red Deck Atheist, how long it took me to edit out all of the copyrighted material from Wednesday. I think I just finished it before stream. It took a long time. I'll probably have a little bit more to do this one tonight as well. Let's see, Athena coming in. Thanks for sharing the game. Koala and I have enjoyed it. It's very chill. It is very chill. If you like these city builder games, I highly recommend it. It's very nice. It's not going to get the heart rate up and beating too hard. You can sit and play it for hours. The first time I picked this game up, I literally played it all weekend. Like an ungodly amount of hours. You know how the guy was popping up and saying like, you should probably get up and take a walk.
I'm David Pumpkins, and I'm gonna scare the hell out of you.
You found my Halloween blurps. You found my Halloween blurps. Those are out of date. I need to change those out. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. So the guy will pop up and be like, hey, you've been sitting for too long. You need to get your ass up and start walking. It gets a little weird when it's like hour 8 and he's like, bro, seriously, get out of your chair for a second and go get some exercise. The game tells you to be healthier. Steven Riffle says, I'm digging Anno. May pick it up for myself. I definitely recommend it. Out of all the Civ games, I think this one's my favorite. Redneck Atheist, too much busy help. I gotta dig into it, man. Gotta do all my editing. Yeah, it's a good time. Good time. Definitely recommend it. All right, guys. So, speech time. And I don't feel like I'm super rushed here because the music is nice and soothing. All right. Probably not too many of you guys out here that are new to stream, but if you are new to stream, and I apologize because the music is going to pause here for a second. If you're new to stream, hit up that Discord, guys. I'm going to throw up that link in chat here while I click back onto Anno so we get some good music in the background. Go hit that link over in chat. Join us up over at the Discord. It is the best place for us to keep in contact while we're off stream. Par exemple, we've had some issues sending out the coins. We talked about this at the beginning of the stream, but I'll cap it at the end here. This past weekend, I sent out a bunch of coins. A lot of you guys have qualified for the coins. So we sent a bunch out last weekend, and out of all the ones that I sent, 2 apparently arrived with an empty envelope, and 1 has just kind of gone missing. So the only way I get to know about that is you guys hop on Discord and you're like, hey, Tango, we have a problem here. Emergency. It's empty. So yeah, that's it. That is the best way for us to keep in contact. It's also how we get to coordinate on games, guys. We get to use the voice chat when we are squadding up, which remind me, guys, we need to start making use of the voice chat while we are squadding up for some FPS games here. And, you know, just in general, merch. We get to discuss merch. Appropriate Mr. Rogers attire tonight, Oreo58. It's a sweater. It's a sweater. Oh, I need to check behind my ear. What is that behind my... Oh, it's a coin. It's a coin behind my ear. You guys are magic. Yeah, it's a sweater. It's not like a cardigan. I'm not wearing, although I do wear cardigans on stream from time to time. So we could rock the Mr. Rogers attire. So where was I at? As you guys head on over to the Discord and get all signed up over there, make sure you guys also consider becoming a member of the stream. So that's going to be subscribing over here on Twitch or over on Rumble or over on Kick. Those are all subscribes. And then on YouTube, they call that membership. Become a member over on YouTube, and you guys become a member of the unit. In addition to all the normal stuff that those platforms give you for being a subscriber or a member. That's going to be like the no having to watch commercials, emotes, badges, all that kind of stuff. We also get you 10% off over at TangoPapaDelta.com. So guys, go head on over to TangoPapaDelta.com and use your 10% discount and get yourself some Tango merch. We got hoodies, we got t-shirts, we got joggers, we got the coin, we got mugs, we have got desk mats, we got all sorts of things, guys. I'm willing to bet that I am the streamer with the widest merch store. I offer more items than anybody else out there. And I feel like we're going to get on a design kick here again very soon, guys. You guys feed me some really good ideas for some design ideas. We need to be cranking those out. All right, guys, and as you are becoming new members of the stream, new members of the unit, you guys are working your way up through the ranks to becoming a fully coined member of the unit. That is, after 8 months of service with the unit, you guys become coin holders. That is the unit Commander's Challenge coin. That is our logo with that 3D relief antique silver finish skull and the maroon enamel beret. With the flash of the 2nd Battalion, 325th Airborne Infantry Regiment on that beret. On the back side of the coin here, you guys see our paratroopers logo, our Latin phrase, and a little plate over here that has a 3-digit number here as of now. 3 digits, serialized and individualized for you guys that I keep track of over at TangoPapaDelta.com. If you guys head over to the website, pick yourself up something nice with a 10% discount, go take a look at the unit roll call. That is where I keep track of who all has these coins, which that list is growing every weekend here. So go check it out, guys. And I will see you guys back here on Monday. Yeah, this was a nice chill night to end the week on. I feel nice and relaxed to go into the weekend. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm gonna take a look at the last of these chats here. So cool, Mr. Tango Magician. Be a Richard. Become a member, says Redneck Atheist. Tactical Trash Pandas, my friends. Gots to have the Trash Pandas every stream. That's how we wrap it up, right, Redneck Atheist? Athena War Queen coming in with the good nights, everyone. Good night to you, Athena. Thank you for hanging out. It's been great to have you here. And Anonymous coming in with another 5 gifted subs. Finishing out. Anonymous has been lurking there in the background the whole time, guys. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Big support of the channel tonight. I wish I knew who you were so I could thank you by name. Let's see if I can read this here. Words. Hold on a sec. Newerder. Oh my God. Redneck Atheist, here's another one, man. I'm just not going to be able to pronounce. I need you guys to help me out with this one. I'm just gonna call you Word. A Word. Thank you so much for the follow, Word. Great to have you on the team here. Appreciate you hanging out, and we will see you next time, my friend here. Oreo58 coming in with the 100 bits. Yo, the 100 biddies. Thank you so much, Oreo58. Appreciate. New order. New order. Okay, I'm sorry. I am Redneck Atheist. I think that's one for the books there. That's probably the absolute worst one I've ever pronounced. I feel so embarrassed now. New order. Okay, I like it, actually. I don't know why that was so hard for my brain. Happy donkey, you, sir. Have a good one. Gofio Master says clip it. Yeah, that one was actually kind of embarrassing. Sorry. Leet Speak is a lost art. I know, dude, my license plate is Leet Speak. I know Leet Speak. I just don't know why. Like I said, my brain did not compute on that one. I was gonna say N-word. Oh, guys, I better get out of here before I get myself in trouble. All right. See you guys back here on Monday. I'm starting to tear up. You guys can tell just how embarrassed I am. Y'all have a great weekend. Let's see here. Twitch, you guys stand by. Let's go see if we can raid somebody. Yeah. Raid. If you guys have anybody that you would like me to raid, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to go check out and see which of my friends are handy for a raid. So, woo! See y'all on MLK days. You know it, Oreo. All right. Golly. Okay, we got Sergeant Wayne. There we go. I'm going to go check out Sergeant Wayne. You guys hang out. We're going to go hit Sergeant Wayne. Shades on. Thumbs up and salute, and then hit the afterburners. We're taking off, guys. We are going to raid with style. Okay, so Sergeant Wayne. We're going to go check him out. I'll see you guys. Have a great weekend.